all at Rwanda Basic Education Board, the Multimedia Production Studio. I am Ezekiel Tuishime. The talk show is Study Hub. We are with the students from ES Modern Kayonza who participated in the competition from Switzerland. Ladies and gentlemen, when we go to English, we find 26 letters, that is A, B, C, D, E, F, and more others. But today we are going to highlight the two letters, that is A and I, which means artificial intelligence. Let's hear from Manzi Prince. In your own understanding, how do you define AI, that is artificial intelligence?
This is a systematic way through which a computer, a robot, has behaviors like a human being.
I cannot wait to ask you. Tell us.
Yeah, thank you. AI is how we make a computer work like a person, to imitate personal behaviors to computer. Yeah.
Let me back to Aline. Aline, how do you think AI is used in everyday life?
AI is now being used in so many ways, like in daily lives, making it seem like act like human beings. So I think AI is acting like human beings in nowadays, like answering questions for students, even helping them to study, giving them like aspects on how they can use it studying. It's even helping in building houses, telling them like you can build a house like this. It's very common in nowadays. It's helping people in different aspects of everyday life.
So those who are following us may think that AI is someone who is there replacing us as a robot. Do you think AI is someone who is there who can perform the work on behalf of us?
I mean, it can be used as human beings, but we are not on that level of saying it's completely replacing human beings, because I think in nowadays it's helping the human beings. So I don't think we are at that level of saying it's completely replacing human beings.
Yes, Manzi, what are some specific technological gadgets, those tools that you use to perform the duties? These are different tasks that you do in AI, artificial intelligence. What are those tools?
Okay, to make it simple, first of all, you need to have a place where you're going to place all your codes, you write everything. That's called a code space. It's the place where you design, you put your codes, which will perform a given task you're assigning to your artificial intelligence. That's in case the robot, the machine, you want it to do something. Exactly. And then there are JavaScript. It's a programming language. There is CSS and HTML. Mainly CSS and HTML are to design the front end interface of your application, and JavaScript is to design the back end. What I mean the back end, you are seeing in front, what are you seeing? But what in front is doing, if you click on submit, what will it do? It's what you assign in the back end using the JavaScript. Thank you.
Oh my God, that's very interesting. Aline,
Most welcome.
let me ask you a question. You had a project going to Switzerland. You had a project, and what you presented, as we saw it, you were the second. What was your project? Starts from the root. How did you design it? What was the idea? Take us there.
So our project, it came after hearing a story from one of our friends that we studied with. He has this blind brother of his, and this blind brother, he's 17, he can't go to school, and he doesn't actually get access to internet. So we said, what can we use? Like, we use ChatGPTs, we use YouTube, but these kids who are blind, people who are blind in general, don't get this access that we're getting, because we know even people can use internet to study without even going to schools and nowadays. So we said, let's make something that will help these people. So it was great that we saw even there's a competition. So we applied, and they took us, like, and we went there. We showed them the project, and we integrated so many things to help these people. We integrated YouTube. The person only can say what they want to get from the YouTube, and the video can come. It's educational, and it can also break the boredom. Like, a person can say, I want to listen to this music, it can come. And there's chatbot. You can ask questions like, what is computer science? I want to learn about computer science, and it can also come. We integrated books for them to read books. We also integrated news. They can read the latest news and know where the world is like heading. So and we are still integrating so many things to help these people. So that's how the idea came, and yeah, we are so happy that people saw it and they are happy about it.
Oh my God, very sweet, very good to hear. Niyonkuru reaching Switzerland, how did you feel about what was your emotions performing before thousands of people waiting to see what you designed? What was your feeling?
Yeah, okay. It was grateful for me. It was my first time to go abroad of my country. And firstly, I appreciated how they received us. Before we present, there was something that I can say it was like, how can I stand in front of these people and present my project? But because of our master, my colleagues, and others, we get the confidence and we got to present our project. So they took our project as it was grateful, how it is going to impact in the community. So it was so good. It will impact positively. So those people, when people are people that are out of the community, for example, in digital space, they are excluded, but we thought that they will be included if we make that program. So we presented it, and it won to become the second after Kenyans. So it was totally good.
The question goes to you. How is artificial intelligence being used in schools?
Thank you so much. Artificial intelligence, it is our first time to use it. It was a project got online, so we have encouraging the student to check and to see if they are able to prepare a project according to the invitation we got online. So those students have prepared it, but not only those three. It was 3 or 4 groups who have prepared the group.
Team.
So this team was the first among those 3 groups who have prepared a project in artificial intelligence in our school.
Take us there to school, those who were not there. What was the journey? How did you prepare this project from the scratch, from the root up to the end where they went to abroad, Switzerland, to present it?
Thank you. Let us start at school. The role of the school was to help the student and to facilitate them to prepare themselves, because the project was for students, not for the school. So the project was prepared by this group, but also facilitated by the school. After that, the school was also to facilitate them to get the means to reach where the competition should be done. So when also we reached there, it was wonderful. And what I can add it, my role was just only to motivate them, because I was not among the group, but I was there to motivate them and to be with them. What was happy again, it was also our only secondary school who had participated in artificial intelligence. Other groups was coming from different universities, but Rwanda was sent a secondary school. So also it was amazing for us to be there as a secondary school and to win, which is also our objective.
You mean you won university institutions as secondary school from Rwanda?
Rwanda was only a secondary school,
Wow.
but other participators was coming from different universities.
Oh my God. Oh my God. This is very good and amazing. Manzi, if you could create an AI, artificial intelligence, to solve problems around countrywide, regional wide, and worldwide, what could be another AI design? What could be another project? And tell us the reason why you can choose that one.
Okay. Different from the ability
Yes.
project. Thank you very much. Another project I would implement, I would think of something like a personal assistant. Always there, you talk to it, not even talking to it, just having a discussion with your friend, with anybody, as long as it's there, collecting all the information. And I thought of that tool being assistant. I believe most of us people, it's our nature, we forget. So I believe if at all I forget my password, maybe to sometimes we log in using emails and create many passwords to use many different tools to access different websites. I believe if you have something which can remind you, I can call it, let me say, for example, let me say if it's called what? For example, ability. I say like, ability, could you please tell me password for Rwanda Education Board? And it can tell me. And apart from that, it can be someone I can talk to in case I'm lonely. Just remind me about the past. Maybe it's there and it's like, are you feeling bored? I have some interesting story to tell you about what happened recently last year. Do you remember about this and this? And it tells you. That's my greatest thought I have in me. And maybe another thing it could do, I would like it to access your building, your house, so that you can talk to it and maybe it opens for you someone who is knocking on the door. It tells you, if it recognizes, it's like, oh, Bonel has come to visit you. I was like, welcome him. Instead of Bonel coming to me, I welcome, it welcomes him, tells him where I am in my building, takes him to me, and then I talk to Bonel. Yeah, that's my thought.
Wow. Ladies and gentlemen, this is Reb Multimedia Production Studio, where we are with the 3 students and the headmaster from ES Kayonza Modern School, which participated in the competition of Villa Global AI Hackathon Symposium 2024 in Switzerland. We are with young ones who have the thoughts and ideas of reaching far, very far. Munezero,
Yeah.
that question goes to you.
Yeah.
If you can design another project which is different from this one, what could be the project, and tell us the reason why you can choose that one?
Oh, that's a great question. I mean, we designed ability with a thought of helping the blind people. So I think the next project that I could create using artificial intelligence would be to help these people who are doing different work that are helping the country, like agriculture. So I would design something to help these people to know the land they're using, what could be the best plants to plant in that kind of seed that they're going to plant it, and to know if these plants are good, if they're not going to get diseases or any other things that cannot make them grow as they should. So I think that would be a really great thing to design. Yeah.
So as you can hear from the both students, they are meeting SDG, Sustainable Development Goals, whereby we need to use the materials that are not harming environment. They are trying to reach out where the well-being of people can be better than it is today. Bonel, you leave a piece of advice on how students use AI to change their lives. You know, the boys and girls around the world, how can they use AI to change their lives?
Yeah, it is possible. Different students, youngs can use AI for studying, getting advices for what they are going to do. Especially for youth, you can use this AI for getting advice about the career guidance, what you want to do. Yeah, AI you use for many things that are positively impactive, not negative. Yeah.
The question goes to Manzi. How about you? How do you feel about the question?
Okay, artificial intelligence, first of all, we need to put in our minds that it's created by human beings. We need to also know that it can make a mistake because it's designed by humans and humans can make mistakes. So I advise students like me, the young generation, to help themselves achieve some goals, learn using artificial intelligence chatbots like ChatGPT and Perplexed, some common known chatbots, but again, have more research and make themselves provided, not only basing on the artificial intelligence, but also basing on their own basic knowledge.
Yes, thank you so much. Still, we are with the students from ES Kayonza Modern who participated in the competition from Switzerland. They won trophies and certificates. They are engaging us, they are motivating us as students, and I think everyone is curious to know more about their thoughts. As a girl who is studying and is still young, how students, especially girls, are involved in the usage of ICT, especially AI, at your school, and talk about countrywide.
I mean, the usage, they are familiar with it. They use it like boys. I mean, if you are asking questions that we get in class, if a teacher leaves us with a question, we all use artificial intelligence, but going back to, are we all in the same process of saying, I want to make artificial intelligence by myself? That's where the question comes of girl and boys. Because when we were asked to do this project or do application to go on national levels, we were two girls from my school who applied. So I was asking all my friends, like, why didn't you apply like we did? They said, those things, why would we apply? That's for boys. I said, maybe on the national level there will be a lot of girls, but when we went there, there were a lot of teams, including boys only. There were few girls. And when we went on the world level where we went in Switzerland, we were also two girls only. So, I mean, I was asking myself, why are we only two girls? It's fun. I mean, all girls should go in it. Using this programming language can be complicated in some aspects, but it's always fun to see the outcome of it. So the thing that I would say to all girls watching me, I don't know if you're coming from schools which are good or maybe schools which are not good, but public schools, private schools, you should always have this courage of doing things. I don't care if you see that there are a lot of boys in it or maybe few girls. You should always participate in it if you like it. If you think you can do something, don't think I'm a girl, maybe I'm not going to think about myself or do girl stuff, because I do a lot of girl stuff and I like a lot of things. I like having fun with my friends, but also I like artificial intelligence. I want to know more about it every day. I want to learn new things about it. So I want to say this, all people who are watching me, who are girls, who are boys, it's fun. it can be complicated sometimes, but that's how life is. So you should always engage in doing these things, because it's where we are heading. That's where the whole world is heading, to artificial intelligence.
Thank you so much, Manzi. The question goes to you. You are a boy, but can you please motivate the girls? Can you leave a piece of advice to them on how they can work hard? Please, come on.
Okay, when you asked that question to Aline, she was responding and I had some thought. And I was like, where there is exception, in most cases, girls are liked. And I'm so grateful and thankful to our country system that it facilitates gender-based in the parliament. You can see that the Rwandan parliament has many female than male. So what I want to say is that girls at times think they are weak, but if you don't think you are weak and you are a girl, I would advise you to have that courage. But if you feel you are weak and maybe feel this is not your field, which field is designed for boys and which field is designed for girls? That's a question. If we have a female in our team, can't we have a team of girls only? Because we only saw a team of boys. I can say it was only our team which had a girl. Other teams had only boys. So the only advice I can give to girls is that there is no gender-based activities in this country. We all are given a chance to participate in everything. Running for everyone. Learning is for everyone. And we are in a field of learning. In Rwanda Education Board, we believe that all students, no matter a boy, no matter a girl, should have education. And we are saying that maybe, if possible, girls should have courage in them, because everything is provided to them, just like it is provided to us. There is no teacher who can come in class and say, all girls out. We all paid school fees and we all need to learn. We all have that right. So I believe girls should only have the courage and feel like they can do something. The heart, the feeling, the will, the want will help them do that. Thank you very much.
Thank you so much. As we have seen, girls are capable, girls have energy, girls can do it, can make it. Why not? Bonner, how do you think AI will change the world in the next 10 years?
Yeah, as you see, we are going in the life of getting in development. There are many AI tools that are being developed, like for different sectors, like education, hospitals, like industries. So actually it is good. Also, it is being good for how they work, time. As you see, at school, teacher can teach. We can teach in 4 hours for students that are less, not much student. But now, because of many AI being developed, teacher can teach different students in different areas. So for medicines, there are many industries that are making medicines for in the other different sectors. AI are being used actually. It is a good way. It is providing. So they are being used for providing many things that actually it is good. They are using them positively, provide development for the world. So in 10 years, I think it will be grateful for our life.
in our schools in 10 years coming, do you think AI will change the world as the educator, as the educationalist?
If we use it well, it can help us many things. But it is to think big, because also if we don't make measures, it can provoke the problems within our young children. So it is take time to observe clear and to see in which way we can use it and where we can use another way. Don't take it as a solution of all problem or to facilitate us in everything. We have to use it in some areas, but not in all activities in the school.
Yes, headmaster says that AI should not replace we humans. We can use it where it is needed, but also we should not rely on AI. Aline, in 10 years, how do you see AI? Will it help us to reach our goals and expectations positively? How do you see AI will change the world in 10 years? Coming.
That's a great question. AI is helping us nowadays. So thinking in 10 years, I think it would be a great if we say AI maybe will not, replace the human beings, but it will maybe let us be on the same level. Because right now in class, sometimes they give us questions. Mostly in 10 years back, you would see that the whole class would depend on the good student, but now we are all asking AI, getting information all together. So in 10 years, I think, or maybe what I am envisioning right now in 10 years, the student will all use it and get answers and get the same knowledge, because AI is really good. Because it's different from Google. You could search on Google and get different answers, but AI simplifies it. It gives you the answer that you need on the topic that you need. So in 10 years, it will be used in education, help students, help the educators to simplify their work, to simplify all the time to require a teacher to give answers to students, help them with all the work. So it will be a good thing because it will simplify the way of education. And in other aspects away from education, it will be really helpful, because if we continue thinking of all these ideas in educational field, in medical field, in agriculture field, in many other fields, it will simplify it. I think the work that we used in maybe 10 hours to be used in 2 hours. So the world would keep developing and developing. So in 10 years, we all keep having all these ideas. The world will be a great word, to be a simplified word for all people to understand. Yeah.
Thank you so much. Manzi, do you think AI will change the world in 10 years, and how?
Okay, artificial intelligence, simply known as AI, according to me, I think artificial intelligence is something created by human beings, but mainly to give advice on what you already have. You've built a home, but then how can you make it look more beautiful? You can use artificial intelligence. I talked to some mentors in some schools, university schools in USA, and they told me that they have signed contract with ChatGPT so that it can be used in doing exams. What does that mean? Exams are set, maybe not regarding to education. They just want to see what idea do we have. If you use your own ideas and you get another ideas from AI, it's like getting another idea from other people. So, and you mix all those ideas, I believe you can create something really wonderful. So, artificial intelligence, today, we may think that it is really what we want, but tomorrow it will be at an extent that there will be, it just will need, let me say, I don't know anything about, let me say, for example, multimedia, and I want to learn more about multimedia. How will I come into a speech? How will I try to enter into a speech? I don't know. I can ask you, you are a person who is experienced, but you may not know what to tell me. It may require you to give me the whole process. But if I ask an AI, it will only give me the specific answer relating to what I want. And that will directly go to my vision and my want. I want to enter into an ongoing conversation. So it will tell me how I can do that. But that is giving me an idea on already what I want. So I believe the future artificial intelligence will be, of course, a very great impact. If at all that is an exception, there is, it's not corrupted, I believe it will be a very great tool, and it will be so much helpful to everybody, because I don't believe there could be an AI which is doing something. I don't think so it can even be allowed to be published. Let me say there is an AI. Already we know that ChatGPT is an AI, but based on education, answering questions. There are some things you can ask artificial ChatGPT, and it responds an answer you may not want. For example, you may ask it a question related to feelings, and it will respond like, I'm not a human being. I don't have feelings. Yeah. But if you ask anything related to education, studying, having an idea, it will give you that thing exactly what you want. So it just requires you to be specific. It requires you to be much realistic of what you really want, and get the idea and relate that idea to what you have. Try build something greater. I think they also use that idea because if today I made an artificial intelligence which will help people answer questions they have, I can also create one or add on to that which can help them create maybe a home. How can I plan my house? I don't need to pay for maybe a trained how do they call them, people who do plans of buildings, architectures. I don't want to pay an architecture, because the architecture will give me a plan of a house, of houses they usually make. I want my own house designed in my own way. If I at all can come and tell you do this, you may tell me, this is not good. Maybe it will make the house to fall, but again, why should it fall? I want it this way. How will I make it so that it comes the way I want and it's not falling? Unless it's impossible, otherwise it can be done.
This is Red Multimedia Production Studio. We are with students and their headmaster, Michael. They are from Switzerland in a competition, AI competition. They have much to say, they have ideas, they have experience, because they won 3 trophies, right? And certificates.
Yeah.
The question is all about the difference between robots and artificial intelligence. We used to in our own understanding, we think robots is something that is there as a material, that is put there, and AI is something else. Then we used to confuse both. Can you differentiate AI and robots?
Okay, to differentiate artificial intelligence and a robot, mainly there is no big difference, because a robot, it's something designed, it's physical. But artificial intelligence, it's mental. What will this do? What am I capable of doing? Can I make that robot do that? That is artificial intelligence. And a robot, it's like, let me talk of a car. A car may be a robot in some way, because it's there to do, just make movements.
It helps you to perform the task.
Yeah. Let me talk about a camera. It's there to view. That's a robot. It's there to see what's happening. And you have to go in the control room and check what has the camera seen. You have to see if the fuel has decreased and someone has used my car. That's a robot. And let me make it simple. A robot is a physical, a tangible instrument, tool that is designed with a specific purpose. But artificial intelligence, it's me and you and maybe any of us having ideas and integrate those ideas into one thing, so that those ideas can go and reach many people going to the trying to have them. It's like you asking me, let me say you've asked me this question, how am I answering it? It will be totally different to what Aline will answer, to what Michael will answer, to what Bonel will answer. And if I ask you that same question, you may answer me different to what I have given. So we just want all those ideas into one thing, so that if somebody becomes so specific, it gives an answer maybe relating to Aline's answer. Just being specific, realistic, gives a realistic answer. Okay.
Thank you, Manzi. Aline, do you think there is difference between AI and AI and robots, or they are quite similar?
It depends, because some robots can be used in artificial intelligence, or like robots which answers questions. You can make a program using make it artificial intelligent, giving it information on how to answer if a person asks it a question. And you can make all these characteristics be in a robot which you can ask, where can I go? And the robot answers you. That's where artificial intelligence can go with robots. That's mainly what people they are doing now. They're making robots, but including artificial intelligence in them. But there are some robots which have quite a specific task they do. A robot which is used maybe to carry things, a robot which is used to perform a task, a specific task that they give it.
Yes, thank you so much. Both, you're right. The robots focuses on manipulation of physical areas, and tangible things, things you can touch, it is seen, it is touchable, it is something that can be there. While AI, that is artificial intelligence, is oriented towards the internal or digital parts. When we put letters in a machine on internet, and be accessed by other people to solve and to answer the questions that are asked in the machine, that is artificial intelligence. I'm not good at AI, but also that's it. Bonnet, as you're holding the mic, do you think AI will solve the problems of unemployment?
Yes, of course.
In which way?
So, firstly, if, as they have been saying, if AI used in proper way, it can provide different profits. There are many people, right now, there are many people that are unemployed because they are not skilled about something. For example, now they are asking us experience. If you are applying for a job, they ask you experience that you have. So if you ask the AI for many different things, advices about that job, you will get also experience about that job you are applying. So I think before in those companies, before they ask experience, I think they could ask you to do something for them for getting, if you are experienced for that thing, instead of asking you copies that it shows them you are experienced for that job. So if they ask you to work for that thing, because you get more information from AI, you will be hired.
Yeah.
Aline,
Mm.
can it be the solution on unemployment? You know, people, we have quite number of people who are unemployed. We need to create more and more jobs, 5,000, 10,000, and 20,000 in few coming years. That's the target of the nation, if you know it. Can it be the solution?
It will depend. That's what I like to say. In a field of where people want to get jobs from others, you can use it to get, like what Bonel said, to get information about the job. And it may work, it may not, because some jobs require a person, they can ask the person, like, what do you know about this job? And you can get information from the AI. You can even write a CV using this AI. If you're not good with writing CVs or writing letters, you can use it. It may work. And in a field of building your own job, it is really good. You can ask it like, I'm good at this, I'm good at this, what kind of job can I create? How can I create it? So it's not good to rely on artificial intelligence, but if you rely on it, it won't also be bad, because you can ask it different things, because in nowadays, because we are doing this kind of thing, ability, and it made us go there. It was a huge thing. So I'm really using AI, and I think it's not a bad thing to use AI. If you're quite sure that you can't think things for yourself, you use AI to help you. If you will get things from AI, you can think of many jobs that you can create. You can think of how you can even get jobs. So I think it's not a completely like a solution. You can't say it's a solution or everybody use it. But if you use it, good, ask it question related to what you want. Many people can get jobs.
Prince, with
Yes.
tangible examples like two or one of them, how can AI be the solution for unemployment?
Be the solution for unemployment. Okay. So, first of all, what I would like to say is that artificial intelligence is helping me to learn, and that's true. But it will not give me a certificate that I learned. And nobody will go into my history and know that I learned this. I may search it and view and live. So, this world is based on trust. And for anybody to have trust in you, you have to prove. For me to know that I can give you this job, I have to know that you qualified for this job. So, artificial intelligence can lead to unemployment in a way that, first of all, that's the first thing. You can think that you can come and tell me, I used artificial, I learned this, But again, if you neglected going to school, paying school fees for you to get that certificate, for you to get that diploma, how will the employer know that you have this qualification? That's one way it can lead to unemployment. Another way it can lead to unemployment is that today and tomorrow, people will no longer have the basis of teachers. Some of them right now pay school fees because they want to just have that certificate from that school. I went to Kayonza Modern, I have a diploma of Kayonza Modern. That's the reason they paid school fees. But back behind, they are using artificial intelligence to learn. Don't you think teachers are getting unemployed?
Yes, please, Manzi, you're on the right track. Let's have one minute. Take us in the competition a single minute, what have you learnt from others when we were there in the competition? Manzi, we start from you.
Okay, in the competition, first of all, what I've learned by myself is that in schools, they teach us languages, French, English, some teach Kiswahili, but let me not say some, all but in ordinary level. We should not neglect, because if you reach there, in Switzerland, it's a country, it's a free country, very free country, and people there speak different languages. I can come to a shop, somebody speaks French, I don't know French, but there could be somebody. Recently, I went to a shop, I wanted to buy beats, and I never knew French. I only knew simple basic one I learned from school, and I couldn't have a conversation with someone. But somebody came. I was like trying to tell that person, do you speak English? To put that English so that the person can hear me, want him to speak English. And the person was like answering me in French. And so there came some other person and was speaking English, the same time French. And I was so lucky that he also knew my language, Kinyarwanda, and told me, you may be from Rwanda. I was like, yeah, that is true. Did you come for the competition? Yes, I saw that on the news.
So he's the one who helped you.
He helped me. But the main reason is that he had the knowledge of the languages. Yeah. And the competition, it went very well, but it just needs someone to have courage. You may not have the speaking skills, but at least if you have the courage, if you feel you can, and if you have into your mindset that I can do this, if others can, I can, you can do that.
Thank you, Manzi. Kinyarwanda, English, French, Kiswahili are languages that we are using here in Rwanda. Aline, what have you learned there in a single minute?
Oh, wow, I learned a lot. I wish I could have got my book to summarize them, but I tried to use it in 1 minute. But what I learned is that kids are so powerful. Kids from outside, because there were a lot of schools from US, from Canada, from Brazil. They were so confident they would get up and say their ideas were big ideas. I didn't think that kids from 16 to 18, they would have those big ideas to speak in those people who were a lot. They were in the US Congress, there were a lot of huge people. So I think that I want to advise to all the people, kids who are 16 at this young age, that people say we are not to be in all these meetings and say what we think, that this is the age that people should get up and speak their ideas. I think that's what makes them huge countries which are developed. So we should also integrate that. The other thing is that what I learned there, people from these countries, this USA, they have this courage to come and teach these young people. The US Congress, we were sitting on the same table. She was telling us all the things. I didn't think that these people who are huge could come and sit with us on the same table, do all these discussions. We're doing group works. We're sitting with all the people that I see on news. These people can come and sit with us, and we do group works like we do in class. So in African countries, or in my country, if that was to be integrated, that would be a really good thing. Another thing is that people with all the knowledge, they were coming and teaching us and letting us ask them questions. After the panel, and everyone was outside, we would go to them and ask them different questions. They were open, giving us their emails, saying you could reach me, ask me different things. If that would be integrated in my country, that would be amazing, because it's not good that a person is good. Yeah, we appreciate that. But if you come to us and share it with us, young people, and let us ask you different things, that would be really amazing. That's what I learned, and I wish it could be integrated in my country.
Thank you, Aline. Bonner, Nyonkuru. A single minute?
Yeah, thank you. During competition, I learned many things. The first is cooperation. There is another wrote quote says that it is not actually how it is. If you want to, in your journey, If you want to go fast, go alone. But if you want to
Reach far.
reach far, go find the companions. Yeah.
Go with others.
Through cooperation, discussing with your different colleagues, you get many ideas that you can integrate for getting what you want to get. So other thing I learned is communication. Actually, as they have been saying, if we hadn't learned French, English, Kiswahili, actually it would be a problem to communicate with those friends. But now it was good. Other thing I learned is we learned how AI can be used for environmental preservation. AI, it is not harming than how it impacted positively. So we want many things, as she said. If it is possible, we will make conversations with our friends to encourage them in different things we got there in the competition. Yeah, thank you.
Yes, as you're passing the mic to the master to give us a piece of advice. The students are there in schools. They have machines provided by Rwanda Basic Education Board. They have internet connectivity, but also they keep on failing. Maybe you're not good at writing, you're not good at summarizing the notes, but also you have another plan. That's a plan B. Summarize your notes for your own, but also we have computer room, we have internet, you can access more other answers, you can get clarification on the point. Please, can you give us the piece of advice to students on how they can keep on using the AI to perform better?
Thank you. First of all, let me talk about what I have learned also.
Yes.
Because I was with my students, it is our task to give the student a time to be familiarized with the internet and machine, and to facilitate them to participate in different competitions. Also, we help them to improve their knowledge. So, what you are saying to help a student to get time by using artificial intelligence in every day at school by using machine, we have to create the way for students to achieve the internet in their homes. Maybe to facilitate them to improve their knowledge. Thank you.
Thank you so much. This is Rwanda Basic Education Board, the multimedia production studio. Today, we looked at 26 letters, A, B, C, D, E, F, and more others. But for us, we took A and I. That is artificial intelligence. In the show, we were with students from ES Kayonza who participated in the competition of Villar's Global AI Hackathon and Symposium 2024, which took place in Switzerland, where they won trophies and certificates. This is the end of the show. We shall be back. I am Ezekiel Tuishime, in case you forget it. Bye.